So I've decided to do a video here because normally what we do is we get on the phone with our clients for our custom orders. And what we're finding is it's probably easier just to send you out a video, kind of go over some things that we would normally go through on a call, just to kind of, there's a few moving parts and a lot of options that you can do for beer rubbers. So one thing that I want to explain is if you have a logo and an audience, this is the best promotional item to put on your beer rubbers. We're working with promotional companies, distributors, wholesale, retail, you name it, on down the line. They love it. It doesn't get thrown away. It's a conversation piece, and it does not discriminate what your company is. It does not have to be a brewery. It doesn't have to be a bar. It doesn't have to be a restaurant. I mean, we've got jerky companies, we've got trucking companies, we've got machining companies. We even got a funeral director that called us, and she was doing a trade show. Unfortunately, we couldn't get them to her in time, but she was going to hand them out at a trade show with like 300 other funeral directors, RV parks, resorts, you name it. It's a trucking company, credit repair, computer repair. It doesn't matter. If you've got an audience and you've got a logo, this is a perfect promotional item for you. And again, no matter, depending on what you want to do, some people, we have a lot of retail stores. They'll sell them for $13.99, $12.99. They'll sell two for $25. You have the option now to do bottles and cans. So they mix and match. We do have 12 colors. You can see here that we, just a variety of colors, but we'll have the yellow, the orange, the purple, the gold, the gray, pink. What else? We got dark blue. A popular combo that people do buy is red, white, and blue. You can see here. We actually, if you kind of take the red, white, and blue, that actually is the color of the American flag. That's our #1 seller online. So what I like to do here is just, if you're looking to do this as a promotion, you're giving them away, you do so many likes, you want to do a raffle and you're giving these away, these are a perfect gift. Again, they will sell in retail stores. Retail stores, very simple. Simple little display of a can and a bottle. You could put the packaging right down, maybe throw a beer rubber down at the bottom of it, and people are going to walk up and they're going to go, "What is this?" And when they start seeing it, you're going to hear all the jokes. Some retail stores have some funny promotional items or funny items that they have already that they just put this in the section, and they're always reordering. So that's our goal. Let's work together to get you some beer rubbers, depending on how many you want, and we could, the reorders and the referrals that we get is pretty much how we do our business. So one thing to think about, again, there's 12 colors, but if you order 400 or more, now you have the option to do 2 different logos. Obviously, there's a cost, but I usually work with people on a cost if there's 400 or more. 400 or more will also get you a back print. What we're finding too, as you can see here, this is the Winter Nationals with the race tracks logo right here. What we're finding is people want to actually put them on the back. So you can actually have your sponsors. You can have 2 or 3, 4 sponsors on the back. Put your business logo on the front, and you can actually have them pay for it or contribute, or your marketing team, however you want to do it. But we're finding that the back is an option. Again, that's 400 or more is kind of that threshold where we start offering a little bit more. 200 is our minimum. You do get a 50-cent discount from 200 to 300 per unit, and then 400 is where you start to open up some doors into more options. And then 400 and 500 actually drops you 75 cents from our original 200 per unit. So 500 is the next discount. So 400 and 500 is our most popular, and it's not uncommon for us just to sell 1,000 of them. And the reason that we sell 1,000 of them or even more, say 500,000, 1,500, is because a lot of companies have events during the year. We got Christmas coming up here in 6 months. I know that's crazy, but Walmart's probably already advertising for Christmas. But you just never know when your events are, and that's what we're finding is everybody wants them now, and they only want 200 or 300. But realistically, what you should probably be doing is ordering 400, 500, 600, or 1,000 or whatever, depending on the size of your company. And you get a bigger discount, obviously, as the more you get, because you'll have golf outings, you'll have charity outings, you'll have events, you'll have trade shows. What we find too, excuse me, is our clients do a lot of trade shows. They do a lot of events. So inside every single one of these beer rubbers is an insert. So you'll actually have your custom logo and a QR code to go wherever you would like. That can go to your website. That can go to your Facebook, your Instagram, any URL that you choose, and that's free of cost. So this is actually, you can see here in the back, that's the back of it. The insert goes actually into each and every one of them. You'll have branding on the back, QR code, and again, you'll have it on each insert. So that is included in the custom order when you order. And where I was going with that is for trade shows and different events, depending on what you do the most. Some of those QR codes are a Calendly link. People leave these back for their salespeople. They give them to their salespeople, and they leave these behind instead of business cards. Perfect conversation piece, something to leave behind. It's not going to get thrown away. You know, business cards get thrown away. So they'll do the Calendly link. We've got a band that just did their payment tree. It's a touring band. So when you take out the insert and you need to make a payment, you actually, so you're at the merch area buying the shirts or beer rubbers or whatever, you actually scan the QR code and it gives you the payment options. So the QR code is really yours and wherever you want to go. So again, you can see here that we've got, this is our newest edition. She's great, but she ordered many different colors. She did the red, white, and blue, the green and the orange. Green and orange kind of fit her state. And then obviously the red, white, and blue because she wants to sell for sell in bulk or as a package as a red, white, and blue. So again, you got 12 colors, you got cans and bottles. Very important that I let you know that you can do 50 per color per kind. So if you wanted to say get 200 and you wanted so if you got 200, that means you can max out at 4 colors. So 50 per color per kind. If you got 300, you can get 6 colors. So let's just take these outside ones here. You wanted to get 100 bottles and 100 cans. So you can actually get 50 red, 50 white, 50 green, 50 blue. It does tighten you up a little bit on your options, but 300 is where you get that next discount. 400 is where you get the more options, where that kind of opens the door. If you wanted to do logos or sponsors on the back, we did just do a construction company, a military construction company that wanted a sponsor on the back. So they actually did 2 different orders. Did different logos on the back. So pricing wise, we like to stay 1 to 3 colors, just with anything. You guys are in business, you know how colors work. It's always better to do 1 to 3 colors. There is more of a charge if you do 4 colors or more. We do a pad print that does 1 to 3 colors, very simple and clean. Once you do 4 colors or more, we got to fire up a different machine. We got to start doing the heat press. This is a unique printing. Remember, this is silicone. We use a silicone ink for it to stick and for it to work and long term. It's a process. And what we do, and here actually before I go into that, let me show you this logo here. What I want to do here is just show you. You'll see actually the color and the logo itself. If you stretch this, you can stretch it every which way. You can do whatever, and you can put it in the dishwasher, and it won't fade. So it's definitely a science. It took a while to figure it out. While I'm at this one, I'll show you guys how to roll it up. Best way to roll this up, if you needed to do it by your hands, is you take your pointer finger and your middle finger, and you want to stick it as far as you can in there. So right here is where you want to put some pressure, and you want to both hands, and you want to pull it apart, and it's just naturally going to create a V. And it's going to roll down your finger. And I actually use my thumb on the other side that you can help guide it and push it in. So very simple. If you want to just put it down the bottle. And then the best way to roll it up is you want to crimp it with your pinky. You don't want to crimp it down here because you're going to roll it up all in kind of one motion, and you'll stop once you hit your hand. So you want to hit your pinky right under the little bevel there and put a little bit of pressure, and then you're just going to roll it up just like that. And again, it will cling to the bottle because you don't want it to slip or whatever. So it does stay to it because the bottle will get cold and sweat and all that. So very simple. The can, what you want to do is you want to do the pressure, and you want to just roll it up with your fingers. like that. The can is a little bit different at the end because it has a bevel for the can version. So at the end, you just kind of want to pop it in. You can see that it doesn't pop out. So same way with the can. So what am I missing here? So 50 per color. So if you got 500, you can get 10 colors. And again, why I put this one right here, is you can see that she got 2 different colors. There is a little bit cost for 2 different colors, but if you order 400 or more, again, you could see that she got 2 colors, which actually works. What that does is it opens up doors for more options. She has a 1 color logo. If you have 2 or 3 color logo, we can kind of mess with it. You can see that the red logo would work on the black and the white would work on the black. But if you had like a dark logo, we get a lot of 1 color black logos that the white actually looks good. You can see it on the green. You can see it here on the blue. What else do I have here? Here's actually one on the red. So you can see that you have more options. Again, we have 12 colors. We've got the navy blue, we've got the dark navy blue, and we've got the black. So you could not put a black logo on those. So you would want to put white. So again, it opens up more options if you can do a couple logos. And again, that minimum is 400 or more. So again, if you're retail, wholesale, distributor, it does not matter. If you're doing promotional items, we do a lot of golf outings. We do a lot of charity events. We do a lot of trade shows, events. Really think out your whole year, because a lot of people come to us with 200. They want 200, which is fine. You want to do a 200 minimum, that is totally fine. But what's going to happen is, if you get 50 per color, you're going to be out of blue before you know it. You only have 50 of them, right? And then you're going to go, oh, I need to get more. So then we got to order up again and go through that process. You get a bigger discount the more that you get, obviously. So that's always better. So